Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Ria, and this is Relax with Ria. I do live Reiki sessions every Monday at 4 o'clock Pacific time. So during today's session, we're going to be focusing on race and equality and feeling peaceful with ourselves and peaceful with others. This episode is dedicated to George Floyd and to everything that's going on right now since he was murdered. The looting, the terrorizing, the murders, the burning. It's difficult times that we're in right now. So today's session, again, is just dedicated to peace and equality. So before I start today's session, I'm going to light a candle and take a moment. If my lighter works, that is. I'm gonna light my candle to take a moment. There we go. For George Floyd. So before we begin, just take a moment in silence for everything that's going on right now. Okay. Today's session I'm going to be focusing on peace, calmness, and equality. Peace in America and around the world, and equality in America. Hate, prejudice, racism, terrorism, bigotry, inequality, discrimination. We need to move past these things. We need to remove hate from our heart. We need to learn to be able to live equally, to coexist. We're all human. I think if anything, after this pandemic, I feel closer to humanity because it wasn't just Americans that had to deal with and that are dealing with the pandemic, but it's the human race. It's across the world. To have that one common thing in all people around the world is very rare. And for us to all acknowledge a commonality is even rarer. So to go from that point of view, to go from that feeling of we're all in this together, to then see over this last week, things just fall apart. And they've been falling apart. We've had discrimination in this country since the 1600s. It's been about 400 years. And there's a lot of baggage there. There's a lot of pain. There's a lot of violence. We have an opportunity to heal that, to heal any racism in our own hearts and to bring light to that and to speak about it so that we can heal it and see clearly. And everything that's going on right now. I'm going to put a rose quartz over heart chakras. So right now there's a lot of fear And there's a lot of anger, and rightfully so. And coming from that are protests, but unfortunately there's also a lot of violence. So right now I'm giving Reiki to the heart. Whether it's a heart that's been discriminated against, whether it's the heart that does the discriminating and is finding an awareness and wants to let that part of themselves go, or if it's a heart who just hurts. I hurt. I'm in pain. So much fear, so much anger. Let there be light. Let there be love. Let us act, not just talk, but act for peace. Let us support each other. Let us hold each other up. And let us fight for those who can't fight for themselves. And when I say fight, I don't mean violence. I mean, let us take a stand for those who maybe are not as fortunate as us, for those who maybe are not as privileged as us. And let's be the change. Let us say what we need to say so that those who need to hear us can really hear us in a way to where they understand deeply so that they can act with us and be a part of this change. So much violence. So much pain and so much hate. So much frustration. Trying to be yourself in an equal country and being prejudiced against over and over and over again. Let us wash this away. And let us come from our heart space to create peace, to be peace. May this Reiki session reach not just the people who are watching it now, not just the people who will watch the uploaded version later, but I invite this Reiki to reach out past my house, past my town, into the cities, into the suburbs, into the sticks, into the country, into the hearts of the people who are peacefully protesting, into the hearts of the people who are looting and terrorizing and creating violence, into the people who are burning buildings down, into the people who live in these areas who are afraid in their homes. May this Reiki spread into the hearts of the people who can make a difference, into the cops, into the precincts, into the governments. May this Reiki, this peaceful, healing, calming, balancing Reiki spread out into this country, into the world, but especially now into this country. So from a point of love and a place of love, we can rise up together, arm in arm, race with race, so that we can overcome this system that has been falling apart and is now at a tipping point. May we all be able to do our part, small or big, even if it's just a prayer. In each one of us, we have the capacity to help each other and help change the world that we live in. COVID has brought awareness to our structure in America, our priorities, our government, how things are run and why, following the money trail, this and that. And with this last week and with George Floyd's death, we have an opportunity again to look inside and to look outside and to say, this is not right. I want change, and I want to be that change. In this specific situation, we are empowered to create change. Whereas during the pandemic, we felt out of power and powerless. We have an opportunity now. And let's take it together. If we have been prejudiced against, let that part of ourselves heal. If we've been discriminated against, let that part of ourselves heal. And let's not forget, let's remember, and let's use that for change. If you see somebody being discriminated against, let's heal that and let's help them. Let's reach inside of ourselves for the strength to stand with our brothers and sisters, our human brothers and sisters, in a way where we can positively affect change. Take a deep breath with me, please. Let it go. Let's take another deep breath. And let it go. Today, I'm going to use lavender, frankincense, I did the core and the heart. Now let's do the brain. Let's give Reiki to the brain that worries, and that's in fear, or that's angry and hurt, that may feel betrayed. And let there be peace where there's hate. Let there be peace where there's prejudice. Let there be peace where there's anger and frustration. But let's take those things and let's use them to heal ourselves, to heal those we care about, to heal those who are being discriminated against. Let's use our heart energy and this Reiki to effect change. Let go of fear, prejudice, violence, and let's invite equality. Let's invite peace. And let's manifest together change so that every skin color has the same opportunity in this country of opportunity. That every skin color has the same opportunity, the same chance at fulfillment. The same chance at being able to walk down the street. The same chance at being able to wear a baseball hat while driving. The same chance to be able to go for a run in the neighborhood. The same chance to have a fair trial. The same chance to be promoted to that position. May our hearts allow us to create and to manifest equality and peace so that we all have a chance. Sage. Well, thank you guys so much for joining me today. Please stay safe. Please stay safe. And please, if it fits for you, to say a prayer or an intention, So much going on right now. Just one prayer can change the world. Thank you so much for joining me.